Spitting.
We're trying it again.
We're trying it again. Let's see.
Yes. They accidentally caught me throwing gang signs during the yeah. So I shouldn't do that. I know I shouldn't do that. You know, sometimes I'd be styling with the, you know.
Oh, no.
Thunderstruck is in here. Yes, same idiot is back. Yeah, right here. And we are live. Look, I start every Wednesday. That's the last one.
That's the first one.
Yeah. So we got one person in here.
Yeah.
One thumb. Oh, here they come. American Trucker, what's happening? Brian Allen, Fun with Cars, what's happening? Anthony Barber, Josh H. I think I already said hello. Oh, you guys know the previous failed attempt at this.
Fun with Cars. He's from like around Buffalo, New York. He's helped me quite a bit with the new subscriptions and stuff like that. So
nice, excellent. Thank you, Fun with Cars. Who we got in here? Charlie Roma, what's happening, brother? SRP3. Yes.
Oh, we're getting paid again. So.
Nice. Yeah, Paul Cavazola, R.I.P. Charlie. I can't say I ever followed the guy, but I mean, I was aware of him, but never really watched any of his stuff.
And it seems like we're flowing along nicely with the new.
This looks good, right?
Yeah, this looks good.
Yeah.
So
we got an 8th now.
You got an 8th. We're good for another 3.5 to 4 minutes of entertainment.
Yeah.
Jason's Automotive. What's going on, buddy? He's doing Dodge Caravan transmission. Sorry.
Where can I buy a Dodge Caravan transmission? Dodge Caravan transmission store. You don't have one by you? Usually they're right next to Best Buy.
Yeah, they're like the easiest thing to rebuild, and you get the little external coil, shifter packs, and they're usually pretty good. They're not too bad. You can rebuild that, Jason. Stop it.
Big Nate, in your opinion, is it worth the time and money to turn a small block Chevy into a 3D3? I've done a few of those over the years. That was the big thing, the 3D3 stroker.
It's to be a stroker, yeah.
Yeah, like before the LS craze took over, right? The thing with Chevys was to drop the 400 crank in the 350 block. I'll tell you, it's a really nice combination.
They did run nice, yeah.
They run great. I bought one for a tow vehicle once. That was like really, it needed a big block in it, but this was the guy I had to work with. And I was actually amazed at that thing's ability to pull, an enclosed trailer, a dually and an enclosed trailer down the road. So, let's see. Foobar just put the link to my merch. Thank you, Foobar.
Merch is rolling again?
Yes.
Nice.
Yes. And Dr. Art, you have your merch?
Yeah, it's a Midnight Speed Labs.
Yes.
Which will be here up in its second boot up here. It's pretty soon now that things are calmed down.
Daniel Solis, what's happening, brother, man? Short or long rod? Daniel, I'm a short rod guy. I put probably because I'm a Mopar guy, and Mopars already come with too long a connecting rod. So in my mind, I always go for the shortest rod, the shortest rod combination available, and it's just the way I am. I like a short, I like a short rod ratio is what it is. Let's see. Float is saying if you knurl your cigarette, it'll burn slower. Your mom used to knurl all my cigarettes, and then we had that problem. So yeah, I know.
So now I get the quick burns, yeah.
Yeah, quick burns. That's right. But not a quick burn. I hope she's doing well.
Yeah. Territory Able, I don't think we're going to talk about that tonight. So.
Yeah, honestly, guys, I really don't want to go there because it's just too. Everything is still too new.
It's very abrasive right now.
Yeah, very abrasive. I just really don't want to go there. I don't really have an opinion on what happened. I don't know what happened.
Mm-hmm.
It's like everything else, everything is crazy today.
Blake, thanks for the super chat.
Blake Norman, I used to, my photographer for years when I was doing the magazines was a guy named Norman Blake, right? Blake Norman's backwards. Norman Blake. We used to call him Normal Flake. He was a strange guy, and we actually packaged a magazine called Drag Racing. What was it? Drag Racing Illustrated. Drag Racing Illustrated. We put out like 3 issues of it together. But yeah, okay. Let me go back to
his question here.
Yeah. But thank you for the super chat, Blake. My idle bog hesitation 360 build last year, spending every weekend pulling my hair, trying everything. Finally putting 950 double pumper and bam, touch the gas and it burns rubber. Well, I mean, that's a lot of carburetor. I mean, but if it's asking for,
if it's happy, yeah.
If that's what it's asking for,
I think that 950's probably got enough shot to get rid of that bog.
Well, yeah. Take a ton of accelerator pump. That's a big hole. You know what I mean?
You got a lot of air, and it's happy now. So
yeah, it's happy, and that's all that counts.
The Portland Fly, thank you for the super chat.
Put an entire new fuel system, 65 Buick, tank lines, everything. How do I test it for leaks before adding fuel? All AN fittings?
Put a just like you would try to, if you're going to do that, rag on where you fill around the tank and put some air pressure on it and put some soap on the AN fittings and stuff like that. do
you have an electric pump? Just put some gas in it, turn the electric pump on, and see what it does. I wouldn't overthink it, bro. I wouldn't overthink it. I would just. You're probably fine. If it's going to leak, you'll know almost immediately. If it's a mechanical pump, then start the motor and just be ready to shut it. I don't really know anything other. Fun with Cars is saying you could air test with soapy water. I think you said that.
Yeah.
Yes. Blake Norman is saying high flow heads, 279 CFM at 500 lift. Wanted the air.
Yeah. If you're getting 280 CFM at at the on the lift, it's happy.
Zero saying new to vehicle fuel system. Test by small amount of fuel at first. Drive and pull over to check. Bring a buddy if possible. There you go.
Yeah, don't fill it.
Some things you just don't need to overthink, man.
And if you used good AN fittings, they're fine. If you used kind of Chinese ones because of budget, take some thread sealer and through on the threads, not on the angle part, and it'll be fine.
Green, that's junk. The bore times stroke combination works extremely well. Okay. Daniel Solis is saying he's telling from the cards he's friends with Lake Speed Jr.
Yeah,
he puts out some interesting content.
He's the piston ring guy.
I was the oil. No, not the oil guy.
Every time I see him, he's talking about piston rings.
Yes.
Yeah. Use a lighter test. You'll find the leaks. Yeah. We're getting spotty again.
Are we really?
Yeah. Hang on.
We can't have this happening.
No.
SRP, the Stormbreaker is about 9,000, and there's a dealer somewhere around Missouri or Midwest. There's one distributor in South Dakota. It's either South Dakota or Colorado, but there's like no contact number for them or anything. And I when the bikes finally get here, we'll get our hands on them, I'm sure.
Yeah, it's choppy, but we're here.
Okay.
Yeah. It'll be fine. We'll be fine. La 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 la.
TN Shooter, what is your opinion on indexing spark plugs? Never done it myself. Can't see it helping enough to be worth it. What's your opinion on indexing spark plugs?
If it's just your car or your driver or your normal hot rod, don't worry about it. If you're the bracket guy looking for the nth and the nth and the nth and the nth, okay, there's it's proven that it works with certain types of heads. With 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 like the big quench pad, small chamber.
Yeah. So it depends on, okay, a couple of things, right? How much fuel are you putting through the motor? Because a typically dry, let's say a street type of fuel system where you probably not worth getting involved in. When you get into wetter, high performance engines, high RPM engines, then it really starts to depend on the combustion chamber. So an example where indexing does help, right, is on a Hemi head where the spark plug is exactly between the valves. And so by turning the ground strap to the intake valve, the ground strap shields the electrode from the wet fuel that passes through during the overlap period. So in certain circumstances, it's beneficial. In others, it's not. So I would say, just specifically depending on your engine, moderate to higher performance, and depending on the exact cylinder heads and the accepted practices for those cylinder heads, may or may not be worth getting involved in.
Yeah, the higher RPM stuff, like newer, like these real high tech snowmobiles that go 150 miles an hour.
Yeah.
But part of the service procedure is to index the plugs.
Okay. See?
But on a 350 Chevy that you're using to cruise around and go to burnouts and get the groceries and stuff like that.
Right.
Yeah.
But if you had 4 ground straps, yes, that's true.
That's true.
Bizarre. Do you think 100% thermal efficiency possible? No. No.
There's always some loss when you exchange one form of energy for another.
Yes. Granddad's Junk is asking, what happened to your membership and channel?
My channel got ate by some Russian hackers. The members, if there's any of the members on here, feel kindly to cancel that membership and put it on the new channel.
Okay. And Zero put up the link to the new channel.
Come and find me on the new channel and watch videos and share them and stuff like that, because we have to start from whatever with what scrapings I could of videos that were not completely gobbled up and hacked.
So I want to ask Daniel Soles that question. Dan, indexing spark plugs, have you found any particular engines where it made a difference? And while we wait for him to come back.
Because Dan will have some crazy rant on.
He'll have dyno examples.
Yeah.
And
yeah. Spreadsheets and things like that.
Let's see. American Trucker, would a free low mileage 454 motor and transmission from an old motorhome be worth salvaging? Any differences in these motors and the ones they use in muscle cars? Be probably cylinder heads. I don't know the specifics about 454 motorhome engines, but I mean the block.
If it's a big low mileage big block, yeah, it's worth.
I would grab it.
Yeah,
sure.
If it can shove a Winnebago down the road, it'll shove your Chevelle with ease.
Yeah, I mean they're generally low compression with low performance cylinder heads because they're supposed to just loaf along, right?
At 2,500 RPM.
Right. Daniel Souls is saying he most definitely does it on race engines, not so much on street cars. So have you found any particular combination that really benefited from an index spark plug? Or is it something that you just do as a practice? Aaron Costa is saying it has the same peanut port heads as the pickup trucks. Okay.
Okay.
So while we wait for him to answer that, bizarre. How does cam placement genuinely affect engines, like overhead valve or versus single overhead cam? You want to talk about that?
That's a big open Pandora's box of question. Well, the first thing is size of the engine. You take a V8 with a camshaft in the middle of the bank, and it's your normal 302, 350. You put the cams outside, and all of a sudden the engine becomes wider.
More packaging.
Yeah, so packaging becomes a problem. In theory, for street engines and with engines that don't need 700 lift, an overhead cam engine probably is a little more efficient, but it's a hell of a lot more complicated with chains and things and timing and stuff. And it can, and especially with later ones where they phase and for
Right.
so the math can throw the whole thing in the garbage.
I'm a push rod guy. I love push rods. Every day and every drag strip, there were 7,500, 8,000 RPM motors running push rods. No problem. Overhead cam. So with an overhead cam setup, you're obviously reducing valve train weight. So for extremely high RPM, over that 7,000 RPM deal, especially like with bigger valves, yeah, you could probably get a couple more RPM out of it. I know with direct contact to the follower instead of a lifter, they're using a follower. It'll more closely follow a cam profile, but I'm not a fan at all. At all, like even a little bit. I am a push rod guy,
and I don't mind you because I've had the Coyote Mustangs and I've had Cobras, which are 4 valves, and those things just ran like bandits. So,
but is it because of 4 valve?
Yeah.
Okay, yes. So what he's saying is a good case for it. So if you're dealing with a 4 valve engine, it's not really practical to do that with push rods.
Right.
With rockers like that. Although it's been done. It's been done.
Mm-hmm. But it didn't work otherwise. Otherwise, everyone would have it.
Yeah.
But yeah, when you get into the 4 valves and stuff like that, and letting the engine breathe and rev, and
here's the ultimate thing, right? Here's how you decide whether something is worthwhile or not.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Go to a race that has no rules. Go to a no prep race, right, or something along those lines. Any type of outlaw event where it's just like no rules, right?
Anything goes.
Anything goes.
They're all push rod motors.
Every single one is push rod motor. Nobody wants to bother with all of the hassles associated with driving this shit with cams, or the power losses driving it through gears, or the serviceability of all of the extra steps that have to be taken to service the engine. So there's the answer. Go to any event that doesn't have rules, and I will absolutely guarantee you will never find an overhead cam motor there.
It's true. MFC 4.6. Hey, Dr. Art. Hi. Are you familiar with converting a 6.2 liter E38 system from a 13 Escalade EXT with flex fuel into a standalone system for an older hot rod? If so, how difficult is the process? It's not bad. And it can be done because it's not that bad at all. There's stuff on it. You can go ahead and send me an email at drartstuff21@gmail.com, and I'll get into it further, but it's not that tough.
Mexican Spec is in the house now.
Hello, Mexican Spec.
The three amigos right there.
Yeah.
All lined up. Mexican Spec, full bar, and zero. Granddad's Junk, why is the 300K cars not so popular? 413, long runner, cross rim. There's one in Christchurch. They are a real cool car. They are, but they didn't build one enough numbers, and most people scavenged the intakes off of them, thinking that they could put it on something else, but it really doesn't fit anything else.
No, unless it's a fenderless hot rod.
Yeah.
But
if you have one, and people will walk past it all day long, I go, wow.
Mm-hmm.
So, let's see. And Zero just put up a link to your channel again, the revived channel.
Yeah.
The real 50-inch.
Same ugly guy, new channel. So.
Please help me.
Okay.
Can a brake booster make a car run lean? Yes. Mm-hmm. My Grand Marquis is C when I press brakes, the fuel trim goes very lean and it's always lean. Yeah, the booster's leaking. Yeah. The diaphragm on a booster is ruptured.
Yeah, put a new booster on it.
Yeah. Andrew Button is making recommendations for the 44 motorhome engine.
Nice.
Get a set of 69 and earlier oval pored heads, and it'll bring the compression back up. Yes, and Zero just put up a link to Daniel Solez's channel. Very good stuff, very good information. We had a fantastic live last week. We were talking about Smokey Eunuch. Did you catch that?
I caught part of it, and he's
yeah, he was great, man. He was
he's
great.
Awesome.
One of the best people I ever did a live with.
Remy stock early 80s 318 short block. Daily driver 920 heads, 340 360 heads, 302 heads, or Magnum heads.
Daily driver 302s. Just throw the 302s on there. They're good. The closed chamber, you're not going to pick up really anything notable in terms of compression ratio, but it's the only active combustion chamber out of the bunch of them. They're a very good high efficiency head.
Zen, Dr. Art, have you ever turned import cars? Yes, no, not a lot, but a few.
Thunder Nipple, 280. Thunder Nipples, 289. Can route the return line to the filler tube using a mechanical fuel pump with a Mopar return filter plus using a fuel pressure gauge on my 69 Falcon. Please do a detailed video.
Here's what you can do. If it's a 69 Falcon and you have a Ford gas tank, you don't need to run it to the filler neck. You can get an EFI conversion float for it, which it has one that goes down to the sock as a feed line, and it's got an extra return line in it.
There you go.
And it's like $30. Look it up on Amazon. Used them many, many times. They work good. Then you don't have weird lines going into fuel things and pushing out the cap and all kinds. It goes right back into the tank.
72C20 says he skipped the ad. Oh, if you don't skip the ads, we don't get paid.
Yeah, that's why the video's all itchy sometimes.
Right, because you skip ads. And no, I'm joking about that. And the end of my dipstick fell off.
Oh,
yeah.
You need to see a doctor for that.
The holes. Do you guys recommend borrowing Mom's kitchen scales to weigh the piston rod and cap assemblies and file a touch off here and there from the rod so they all weigh the same?
Your mom's kitchen scale probably won't hold the weight of a rod and a piston. It's made for, just smaller amounts. You'd have to have a kind of a bigger, and if it's a digital scale, it's in grams, and you need to know more about the scale.
Yeah, the small amounts of that. That's one of those things. Like,
that bothers you. Yeah,
you got to really spin an engine to see a difference there. You're talking about an engine that's going to live over like 6,000 RPM before you start to see any real differences there. If you're doing it just for a street engine, just a regular high performance engine.
If you want,
I mean, you can do it, but you're not going to see any.
Because if you balance all the rods to the pistons and they're all equal and stuff like that, then you threw off something on the crank, and then it's going to have weird other vibrations.
Yeah, that's a possibility too. Thunderstruck is saying 454 is the Chevy lifters, even Comcam's DLC lifters got me in trouble. I don't trust any lifters anymore. I don't trust the government. I don't trust lifters. I don't trust the government. I don't trust the media, and I don't trust lifters.
SRP, why do the Buick 455 guys cut off the piston skirts?
I didn't know that was a thing.
Never heard of that.
I didn't know that was a thing. I mean, maybe some people do.
Yeah.
MFC 4.6 kitchen scales work when balancing my Trail 70 125cc crankshaft assembly. But that's really light. What is that?
Yeah.
Well, actually, no. The crankshaft assembly would be about the same as a piston and rod for
Yeah.
like a small block. Yeah. Zero is saying the vintage book VW for Idiots. They showed this using a wire hanger balancing 2 at a time pistons and rods, and like you said, take a metal file to remove casting. I just don't see small amounts, a couple of grams here or there, making that much of a difference on a typical street engine, under like 6,000 RPM. What is, see, we actually have a machinist in here. We got a full-on real engine builder machinist here. Daniel, what is your opinion on is it worth it to pull a few grams off on a, let's say, a typical street and strip engine? We're waiting.
Zen says Ford lifters for his S&S motor on his bike were like $500.
Yeah, that's because you bought them through like some kind of Harley thing. It's just a regular stock Chevy roller lifter. You can get it in like at any auto parts store for like $9 or $10.
Yeah.
Rick S. I need to change the timing set in my stock slant 6. I don't want to trust the marks on the gears. Can you share some tricks to assure correct cam gear timing? Maybe just line up the old gears. Dude, I did a whole video. I've done a couple of videos on exactly what you're talking about. I can't remember the freaking
Degreeing without a wheel.
Oh, I did how to degree a cam without a degree wheel, but I also did one on indexing and checking the indexing. Just search my channel under camshaft and run through. There's probably 50 videos, and one of them is going to be about exactly, and I might have even used a slant 6 for it too.
Fun with cars, does lightening the rotating mass make the throttle more responsive?
Yes.
Yes. If you put like a lightened flywheel, yes, it will zing up, but it'll lose its inertia. So if you got a heavy car, don't do it.
Okay, so Daniel is saying balance it. Don't worry about lightening anything or everything unless you're turning a lot of RPM. Okay.
To just make it all even. Yeah, you don't have to sit there and buzz everything down to its minimum.
Okay, yeah. I mean, that makes sense. Evening them out, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that might have been the original inquiry, and I read it wrong.
Could be.
I don't remember. NFC, I actually removed 292 grams of weight off my Trail 70 125 crank assembly. What did you have left?
Yeah. Straw.
Yes.
What type of timing chain is less likely to stretch quickly, link belt or single roller? Engine is a stock Chevy 4.3 liter V6.
I prefer. I usually go when I have a choice, and it's not an engine that has a lot of valve spring pressure. Doesn't going to turn a lot of RPM. I always go with a single roller just because they take less power. Which is going to last longer? Probably a dual. Probably.
Mm-hmm.
But if it's a stock engine, just put the timing chain that it recommends in there.
Yeah. It's good for 100,000 and
yeah.
Not
only that, but there's something that you got to take into consideration anytime you deviate from stock with a stock engine.
Mm-hmm.
Is the oil supply that timing set is going to use
it's going to require
adequate for a different set? You see what I'm saying? Like, in other words, timing chains typically, right, don't have direct oiling. It's splash oiling or residual oiling.
Or maybe it falls on the valley onto it. Yeah.
Right. When they design that engine, because I was talking about grain generalities, not a specific engine. When they designed that engine, is there a specific amount of oil or a specific characteristic of that timing set that's essential for long life that like we're not aware of? because that does happen. That does happen. So unless you're modifying, see, unless you're after a specific result, okay, always go with just what the factory put in there. You know what I mean? There's no reason to deviate from it. You're second guessing the engineers. And it's fine to second guess the engineers if you're modifying things. You know, you're building a hot rod. Yes, well, screw you, engineer.
Right.
I'm going to do things my way. And we pay the price for that. And sometimes we get good results. And sometimes, you know, it turns into a pile of blop, right? But if it's a stock engine and you're not after a specific result, just go with what they, you know, put in there from the factory.
And Ron Armstrong asks if anyone ever hits the like button here.
No, clearly they don't.
SRP Doctor, can you program a 3.9 Magnum computer for full out race? Yep. Yeah, actually, you can. Yeah. KJ Kiley is usually in here. He's got a 3.9 that I programmed for him. So yeah, you can, and we can turn it up as far as you want, and it will make a big ass difference. Your V6 will run like a V8.
Some hubs are held to the drums by splines at the wheels. I don't know what he's talking about. Swedged. You're talking about a swedged stud? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Sergeant Mustang, hey Tony, working on a 61 Chrysler. Notice that the 8 3/4 uses sealed, greased outer bearings instead of letting the gear lubricate them. Why is this the case?
That's just how they did it. That's just how they did it. Well, now, what are you using exactly? Is it the stock taper bearings, or are you using the green bearings? Because the green bearing is aftermarket. It's a roller bearing, and it's sealed. The other one, you just throw some grease in there and send it.
Mexican specs. Can you make a 4.7 run at all? If it's the Toyota 4.7, half of those I can't program because they're just not.
You're talking about the Chrysler 4.7.
Oh, Chrysler 4.7? No.
What a radioactive turd that thing
Yeah. Let's build more heat in an engine where a little bit of heat warps the cylinder heads. No.
That was a French design engine.
We surrender.
That 4.7 came from AMC when Chrysler bought AMC. They got that, and that was supposed to be in Jeeps, and it ended up in Jeeps.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a turd. As good as the XJ and the 4-liter and all of those, you know, awesome things are, that 4.7 is just a freaking turd.
If you have a 4.7, some people have success because they just drive them gingerly, and then they're fine.
Even if you drive them gingerly, they still need head gaskets and stuff.
Yeah, you get them hot once, and it's over. Yeah.
It's a hateful engine at war with itself.
It is. It has identity problems. So
Olive is in the house. What's happening?
Hello, Olive. Boomer's late.
Sergeant was saying I have the stock taper bearings. I think either the inner oil seal failed or the vent is blocked because oil drained out when I removed the rear hubs. Oh, either is a possibility.
Yeah. There's a problem.
What's that?
Flo called his mother and asked if she had ever knurled a tobacco product. She said no. Well, of course she's not going to.
Oh, yeah, like she's going to admit to that. Come on. The woman's got some dignity.
Yeah.
I was saying fun and vile. And who I miss. Oh, you're talking about me? I'm fun and vile? I appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah. The real 50-inch DLP. Can you make a video on how to weld with this acetylene torches gas weld?
Yeah.
Found a set in the trash, spent $80 to fill them in tanks, but
no, how to weld
with them.
Do you have a welding tip? Make sure you have a welding tip. I mean, you can in a pinch, Like if you got a big floppy.
You
thing,
don't use the cutting.
Yeah,
head,
don't use the cutting. But you can use the cutting part. Just don't throw any oxygen in it.
Yeah.
If it's a big bulky weld, right? But if you're doing like sheet metal or something, you want to weld nice.
Get a specific tip
Yeah.
because it's easier to handle. Yeah.
Right. Get a range. There'll be like 3 different size tips. At least get 2 different size tips. So this way, depending on what you're working on. I should do a video on that, but that's a really lost art.
The tip says 1 on it. If that's anything.
That doesn't say anything to me. SRP is saying equal pressure on gas welding. No, you want a cone. You want a nice cone, and you want it to have a light hiss, a very, very light hiss, right? Any more hiss, you're introducing too much oxygen. The weld becomes brittle. You want a nice cone that stands out maybe a quarter to a half inch from the tip, and you want just the slightest hiss from it.
Tennessee Shooter 083. What heads are better, 340X or J heads? And what head was used on a 70 Challenger TA?
Okay. The X heads and J heads are the same. Okay. Early J heads had 202 intake valves. So, okay, all X heads have 202 intakes. Early J's have 202 intakes, and then they went to the 188. Okay, but the casting itself is the same. The 70 TA uses a unique head, right? It looks like a J head. Okay, it's just there's a J in there, and everything's like normal, but they move the push rod hole over, so you need an offset intake rocker, and they did that to get rid of the intrusion in the intake port. But here's the catch. If you look at that head as it was cast, that intrusion is still there. So what the factory did was it left room in there for the racer to port the head, and that's the only difference between the X head or the J head, the regular J head, and the TA AAR head. Overbuilt automotive. Blessing Tony and all in the chat. Thank you. I am starting the Jaguar XJS tomorrow. First start in around 5 years.
Better him than me.
WD-40 is a friend, man. Soak everything down. Just soak it all down before you.
With those taper bearings, you got tips on those bearing seals and stuff like that in those?
Not really.
Yank them out of there.
I mean, good tips for pulling, driving, wheel bearing seals. Slide hammers, yes. Use a hammer with a socket, yes. It depends. I mean, it just depends. They're all different.
Just get angry for a short amount of time and they'll come out.
Yeah. Well, Firefly's asking is if they were in the axle tube or in the hub. Let's see. Fun with Cars had an XJS V12. They had a turbo 400. I didn't know that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's the same bolt pattern. That's why people swap 350
Chevys to the J's. Right. Okay.
Yeah, because it goes right in there. Yeah, bolts right up. It's beautiful.
Catman.
Yeah.
Tony and Georgie, what makes a Vortex motor a Vortex? What kind of mileage am I looking at with a 97 5-liter Vortex? Okay, so the Vortex were all fuel injected. They've got that. Okay, wait. They've got a closed high swirl combustion chamber. Yes,
that was the Vortex.
That's the Vortex, right? Exactly.
Yeah.
They named after the combustion chamber. Nothing remarkable about the ports. They all came with that fuel injection. It's a port injection with a spider
That was a nightmare.
Yeah,
They
the
got old 'cause
nightmare.
they all cracked.
The nightmare. And they've got the worst distributor location, the OptiSpark.
Spark right underneath the leaking coolant passage.
Right, exactly. Yeah. Not that they're bad engines, but they're a little quirky. They're a little quirky. Thunder Nipple's trying to fix a heat soak problem. Okay. Oh, that's why he was talking about the return.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Here's a good one. Edwin Mara. If somebody gave you a 72 Impala 352 jet,
Like the what?
I have to switch it over. That's still in August.
Oh.
Why did that remind me of Cold War Motors?
I don't know, but
Oh, nice tractor. It's Scott looking majestic, man. Look at his beard. Just yes.
hauling ass and his
That's AI. That's got to be AI.
looks like an Alice Chalmers or something. Who
Yeah.
knows?
Okay. If somebody gave you a 72 Impala 352 jet and you decided to daily it, what mods would you do? I'll go first. 0. 0. It's a perfect daily driver the way it is. What would you do?
Lower it, put fuzzy dice in it, and
Oh, yeah,
you go the whole lowrider Impala treatment on it and stuff like that. But no, those are beautiful cars to drive if they're not all rotten and falling apart. They're beautiful.
Oh, Aaron Costa is right. Guys, I'm sorry. He's absolutely right. I was wrong. LT1s had the goofy OptiSpark, but the Vortex small block had the traditional rear distributor.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. I'm sorry. And Daniel Souls is saying the OptiSpark distributor was on the reverse cooling LT1.
Yeah.
Yes. Thanks, Smokey. Yes, it was Smokey Unix, the whole thing. The reverse cooling. Yeah, I know. I for some reason my Mopar brain put all of those Chevy elements together. Scott shaved his beard. God, no. Did he really? Hang on, I got to see this.
Okay, pull it up. Jason Matthew. Holly Forbarrel has 2 idle mixture screws that do nothing and 2 that do very little. 440 idles rich, ice water at long trains. Well, if they're doing anything, you either have one, they're either plugged, or you have your throttle blades open too far and they're in the transition slots. So at that point, your idle mixture screws will do nothing. Take out your idle mixture screws, make sure the little cork seal is on there, blow them out, see if you can get the crap out that way. If not, you just got to take it apart.
His latest video here. Oh, yeah. Oh, wait. Oh.
Bing, he's getting paid.
Oh, geez, he did. Wow.
Looks like he looks like a human.
He looks like he's 9.
Yeah.
That's great. I'll have to watch that video later.
Rusty Fuel, thank you for the super chat. 1985 Chrysler lean burn stops running when it warms up.
Change the pickup. The pickup is bad.
There you go. Or just yank out that whole lean burn distributor and throw it in the garbage and get something else.
Really King is saying, watch it live, Tony. Yeah, I'll watch it as soon as I get home. Lean burn computer? No.
Just a pickup.
The pickup. The computer won't. The computer make it run like shit, but it won't have anything to do with it stalling once it gets hot. That's almost always a pickup. Sometimes a coil, but generally speaking, that's a telltale of a
pickup on them.
Of a pickup. A coil will give you a lot of other problems, drivability issues, before it gets to that point that it shuts off when it's hot. But a pickup, that's the telltale of a pickup. Why did he shave it? That was a glorious freaking beard, as can be
Yeah.
seen in that picture. My God.
Mm-hmm. But he looks like he's 60 there, and then now he looks like he's 9.
Yeah.
So.
Well, maybe he burned it off. That happens.
Yeah, yeah. Look at that.
I've done that a number of times. Bill McHeiska, thank you, sir. Ever mess with hot rodding an old International V8? I did not. Doesn't seem like they were very popular even back in the day compared to Ford GM and Mopar. Did they have even for the only thing I remember about those engines they were the heaviest thing. It was like a giant just block of cast iron.
And it was like a 345.
345.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
It's just giant motors, and just like they would just eat your knuckles.
Yeah.
You even touched them. Yeah, because everything was.
Anytime you worked on them, you hurt yourself.
Yes.
Yes. It's not just me, right?
No.
It's not just me.
Because everything was loose and greasy and fitted from 3 other OEMs, and your wrenches flipped off, and you hit that solid Inconel block or whatever the hell I made it out of, and your hands would just shred. So.
He shaved because Volvo. Okay.
He was doing some Volvo video or something. So he was doing a bit.
He said it was nearly 5 years since he shaved. It looked like it was longer than that.
Yeah.
Let's see. Ron Armstrong International had half a V8 4-cylinder. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Just like the Pontiac, what they call it, the Tempest 4, the Trophy 4.
Yeah, the half.
Yeah. International had the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Willie King, don't spoil it. Let me watch it.
Yeah.
I got to do another live with him. It's been a while.
Mm-hmm. He hit 70,000 subs, so he shaved his beard.
Did he? Is that what it was? He's not a great guy to just sit and chill with, you know?
Yeah.
Some lives go very, very
Maybe you'll shave and your head and beard and everything at 500,000.
I accidentally, so...
Your stories always start with I accidentally
because my life is a series of accidents. So you remember when Mopar Al was around?
Yeah.
Right? I'm not saying anything bad about Al. I like Al, right? But he was around, and his thing was he had that deal where he would just shave the front of his face like this.
Yeah.
Right, and like
the mutton chops
here. Yeah, right. So I have a razor, so I shave like once a week whether I need it or not.
Right.
Okay? So I take that razor there and it's got a guard on it that has a certain, and I go, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then I have this right here, which kind of goes out. It always, no matter what I do, this just doesn't turn like that. So I have to take the guard off the razor and trim that.
Okay.
Well, for whatever reason, I forgot that that's what I was doing. I got distracted by something mentally, and I ended up so I shaved this whole bear, right? And it was at the time that I was like working with Al, like we were always on camera together, and I was like, oh my god, what am I going to do?
Saved everything, but
yeah. So for like a couple of days, I had.
Oh, okay.
And I didn't shoot videos on those days.
No,
I was like, no, I can't do this.
It's strange when you see your face after you shave your beard off. If I shave this off, my wife's like, "Who are you? Get away from me!"
Yeah, well, I haven't shaved this mustache in like. I think I'd have to go back to the 1980s.
Really?
To find a point where I actually shaved the mustache.
Do it. See what your lip looks like.
Nah, I'm good. Dean Stevenson, UTG, Mo Power. Let's see. Fun with Cars is getting some action there.
Yeah.
It's got a checking valves video. Zero just subbed.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm already subbed. I think I'm subbed. I don't even know who I'm subbed to.
I think I'm sub to. Or it may have been, and I'm not now. I don't know. I'd have to even look at that.
Chat posted a picture of Tony from me. I don't have any pictures. Go to on Facebook. There's a page called Cars Illustrated Magazine, right? So go to the Facebook page for Cars Illustrated Magazine and look at any car from that doing a burnout, right?
Mhm.
Or street racing, and look at who's driving the car, and it's me from the 1980s.
Yeah. Mr. Jeff's here from 2X Garage. Hello,
Jeff,
sir.
what's happening, brother, man? How are you?
Good. He took his big Thunderbird to the
I love
race,
that thing.
and it pulled the wheels and everything.
Did it?
Yeah.
Excellent. What did it run?
I don't remember what did it run, Jeff. But a cool, yeah, because it came up and you got the right picture at the right, frame and stuff like that. So it's got, it's a Ford, so both of them hang like that.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent. SRP used to be subscribed to that mag, and I remember you being clean shaven. Yeah, I was in a couple of. I went through a period of time I was clean shaven. I was trying to fit in, with magazine people and stuff like that, and it was like, screw these magazine people.
$750 at 95.
Nice
For
nice.
for that big car.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's real good.
150,
60
660.
foot.
Excellent.
It's a better 60 foot than I got.
I've done. Well, it depends on the
vehicle. Yeah, on the car. Yeah.
Excellent. Nice.
Mm-hmm.
That's a solid running car.
Yeah.
Anthony Barber, how do I raise the compression on my 76 Mopar 400? Expanding foam.
Just take the plug out and.
Yeah, expanding foam, bro. Just open a carburetor wide, get 2 cans, right?
And an assistant.
Right, 2 cans, and just let it rip. Yeah. Raise the compression. Stock compression on it is about 8 to 1, 7.5, 8 to 1. And you'll raise it to 37, 38 to 1 in like, yeah.
Split second, yeah. Somebody might do that.
Wouldn't that be funny, man?
Yeah.
All right, no. To seriously answer your question, oh God, so
400. Is there a better head choice for smaller?
The only thing you can go with on that. So here's the thing, right? You can get a closed chamber head, which is going to raise the compression like 3/4 of a point. You can use 5/16s, but on the 5/16, it's going to have a little 1.6 exhaust valve, and you need the bigger exhaust valve
for the
400, right?
Mm-hmm.
Best head if you could find a set of 1967 440 heads, that'll have the bigger exhaust valve and a closed chamber, and that'll get you in the 8.5 to 1, 9 to 1 ratio. Thinner head gasket, use a steel shim head gasket.
And
that helps.
9 to 1 on a 400 is not bad.
Yeah, and don't stress the compression too much, because those things run really, really, really good with the right combination and low compression.
And just if you're going to put a cam, just get a low overlap cam. Yeah, raise your dynamic. So.
Well, I'm assuming he doesn't want to get into changing pistons and stuff like that.
Right.
He's just wanting to do something on the top end of the engine.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Yeah, Mike Batista saying don't pistons help. Yes, but I'm assuming he's asking this question, meaning like, okay, what can I do to this engine while it's still an engine to get the compression up?
Oh man, actually, I cooked my 429 at the drag strip, so I got to take the car apart this winter.
Well, it is a Ford. I mean, you have to expect that.
That sucks.
It sucks, but if you start a GoFundMe, we'll contribute.
Yeah.
Thunder nipples. For a carbureted car, do you run return below the fuel level, like to the drain plug of the gas tank, or above in the filler tube.
If you hit, well, I'll let you chime in.
I would think you'd want it to
You'd run it
free fall.
Yeah, back into the tank, and then some kind of thing into the tank, not just like because if you just like tap a fitting into the top of the tank, when the gas goes in, it's going to spray and it's going to aerate. It's going to do funky stuff. If you got to return like from into the sending unit and stuff like that, kind of point it down so it comes down in a stream, kind of like when you turn your faucet on at your house, so that the gas doesn't aerate. And you just want to get away from the aerate, because if it aerates, and it gets hot and blah, 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 blah. Yeah.
Fair enough. Let's see. Thunderbird, yes, please. I need the money.
Mm-hmm.
What does he need the money for? I'm talking about collecting for Jeff, who puked his 429.
Mm-hmm.
Fun with cars. I always thought they should make smoke in a can with the adapter to test evap systems. Invent that, bro. Invent that.
Yeah, that would be. Yeah, you get a little tea and smoke in a can. Mm-hmm.
Invent it.
That'd be a fun party trick too. Smoke in a can.
I wonder if you could do it with dry ice.
Yeah, but your lips would stick to the ice. You have to.
Oh, you don't want that to happen.
You don't want that to happen. But smoke in a can would be cool. I mean, they make smoke grenades and hand grenades. You just gotta have to do it with.
Oh wait, Jeff didn't damage his car at Thunderbird, did I thought Jeff said.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
okay.
Okay. Oh, then I take back my snide Ford remarks.
Yeah.
SRP, is it Wednesday? Well, it's really hard to say, because our calendar has been so manipulated by so many different people over the millennia that, I mean, really, what day is it? I don't know.
The Pope got rid of like 41 years in one day.
Yes. And I want to know what happened to the 13th month.
Right. Where's 13?
Where is the 13th month? What was the 13th month called? And who took it out of the calendar? Why?
Something to do.
Zero probably knows.
It's something to do with the Catholics.
That's always. Please. Let's see. Scott's in the house. Dude, we were just talking about you and your glorious beard on the tractor.
Yeah, look at this. Look at this. And now you're baby face, Scott. You just shaved 40 years off your face.
How long is it going to take to grow that back? Let's take up a collection to get him a prosthetic beard.
Oh, a beard wig?
Yeah.
So you hook it over his ears, that kind of thing? I think it's comical. Ever use snow tires on a drag car? Just asking for a friend. But no, I've used snow tires as burnout tires. Yeah, because they get a lot of meat out of them, and they make interesting noises.
I used snow tires on a Fountain Avenue car. I tried it. I had a 67 Coronet that I built specifically to race on Fountain Avenue, where I built in a bog. It was a factory 383 4-row Coronet, and I put
a bog in it so it wouldn't spin.
Yeah, big intake manifold, big freaking car. I've used the competition series thermoquad, and I set it so that it just flopped the secondaries open. And one of the other things I used was I tried snow tires, but the car ran best with LT trackers, which was a truck tire at the time. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I had to do it because it's Fountain Avenue, and it was like sand. It was just it was the worst. Yeah, so we tried everything to make that.
So put the bog in the big block.
Yeah, you put the bog in there and get it to walk itself out about 20, 30 feet out, and you're unstoppable. And Zero just put up the link to Cold War Motors. So go over there.
He's just on it tonight.
He's always on it. He's next level. SRP. I know some use dirt track tires to drag on the street. Yeah, I use.
Yeah, the Hoosier.
Yeah, the McCreary.
Oh yeah.
I forgot what they called them. They were great.
Yeah.
Well, the McCreary's are great, but man, they wear out like instantly. Like you pull out of your freaking driveway and
hit it, and then
they're blocked, and they're bald, right? But yeah, they were good tires.
Mm-hmm. What is going on outside?
What is going on outside?
It seems like there's some kind of hurricane going on, and it was quiet when we got here.
Is it storming out there?
It sounds like it.
Could be the end.
Oh, thank God. That would be too convenient.
All right, where are we at?
No, it's probably just that thing. I don't know where we're at. Where are we at?
McCreary L60s. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dean Stevenson, Ethiopians and cops are in league. Dean.
Yeah.
Why did they pull the 13th month out of the calendar, and what was it actually called? Because you stop and you think about it, right? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So it's obvious. So October, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's 10th month of the year.
Yeah.
Okay, but Oct, 8. No, September, Sept, 7. But it's you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's all off, right? December,
Mm-hmm.
10th, but it's actually the 12th month.
Right.
So you see what I'm saying?
Yeah. So there's some fuckery going on.
Yeah, definitely. And then if you take 28 times 13, you end up with 364.
Mm-hmm.
Which
month should only be 28.
Right.
Right.
You have lunar cycles are 28 days, female cycles are 28 days. Everything is 28 days, but we have this weird calendar
with 30 and 29 leap years. Yeah.
Names of the months to when they actually fall, and we've been messed with.
The 13th month should just be art.
Oh, yes. Yes.
The 28 days of art, that would be nice. Maybe someone could bust up a spreadsheet and make us a calendar and send it to us. That'd be a nice little.
Barth is saying Caesar added July and August.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Overbuilt automotive. One can type DSS calendar and find the interactive original calendar from before Noah days.
Oh, okay, that's interesting.
Well, that now is okay.
Holes. Boy, sorry for the ignorance. It's a hallmark of my existence.
Yeah.
What happened with the 318 Mission Impossible with Mr. Vizard? Sorry if it's been covered. I think I'm missing some content somewhere. No, I walked away from it. It was. I had to get away from that. That was just.
It went way off the track.
It went to weird. It went to like, what the hell are you doing, right? So the premise of it was to build a 318 using only stock parts, or parts that would be original to, I think it was a 1972 or 1973 318. So it was just a representative, like zero performance, like Malaise era nothing engine, okay? And modifying nothing but the stock parts, see what we can get out of it. So modify the stock 2-rail carburetor, modify the intake manifold, modify the cylinder heads, modify the crankshaft, modify the whole engine, and do it back to back. So put the engine together, 230 horsepower is what it's rated at, and then do all these modifications and see what you can pull out of it. Now, it was an exercise. It was an engineering exercise. What can we make from the stock parts? And then one thing went to another. Oh, we got to use this cam, and then we got to do this intake manifold. And then we got to. Well, these heads aren't.
They got to go to Florida.
Right. I was like, wait a minute. Yeah. It was a friggin' disaster. So I was like, that had just gone to a place that it didn't even resemble the original intent of the.
So did they ever finish that thing? Did Andy ever finish that?
I have no idea.
Okay, I got to ask him. Yeah.
Zero is saying apparently Ethiopia uses a 13-month calendar. It's 2016 there. Yes. Excellent. See?
2016, that would mean we were 9 years younger.
I'll take it.
Yeah.
I'll take it. Let's see. Maholes, I saw him taking meat out of the throat over carb, grinding in a swirl pattern, and flow testing on a bench. Yes, that was it. I thought that was cool, but then I lost track. That's where it ended.
Yeah.
That's as far as I went with it.
Cool Word Motors said it's still 1975 in his yard.
It is, bro. I have so much admiration for you, man. He's created his own reality, his own
time zone.
Yeah. Yes, yes. The man is living life right.
I'm glad somebody is.
Somebody's got to do it. It might as well be him.
Yeah. See, everyone is in agreement that 13-month is right.
Math.
Yeah.
Math. 13 times 28 is 364.
Right. They just didn't want to pay us. If you get paid twice a month, they didn't want to give you them extra 2 paychecks for your slavery when you go into the factory. So they're like, there's only 12 months. You only get 24 paychecks. F off. You don't get 26. Jimmy Luz, thank you for the super chat. My old Mopars have hard brake lines coming out of the reservoir that loop twice before routed to the brakes. What's the purpose of the loop?
They always do. It's just to keep the tubing from work hardening over time. There's lots of micro movements between the firewall and the frame of the car. There's micro movements when the brake lines are pressurized or not. There's micro movements when the master cylinder is stepped on, the firewall flexes. There's tons of micro movements close to the master cylinder. So they just put those loops there so that the tubing doesn't work harden and crack.
Yeah, vibration and harshness. And
I will guarantee that's, thank you for the super chat, Jimmy. And I will guarantee that's the first time that question has ever been asked in human history. And I'm the first person to answer that question in human history.
Boulder Dash.
Find it. Find it. Here's the entire body of knowledge. Here's the universal mind right there. Find that question.
Did you get a new case?
No, it's the same one. It's all cracks and stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
SRP saying, I wish you could have modified the OD833 and bottle rocket to work. Dude, I wanted to race Andy. I was like, I'm done screwing around with this thing. We got to race. So yeah, at that point it was like goodbye, and I stuck the torque flight in there. Let's see. Josh Holman is saying, I'm sure the service manuals mention it. I don't know. I got a service manual right there. You want me to look it up?
No.
Wait.
What?
Because there's probably something in there about replacing, like if you have to replace. Hang on.
He's going to go down a rabbit hole.
I'm going down a rabbit hole.
You people started this.
For a second.
Yeah, it's to slow down the brake fluid. No, it's all hydraulics. They travel all at one speed.
Brakes. Wow, we're right to it. Okay.
Wow. Boulder Dash. I think your calendar slipped 100 years. That's right.
Let's see. Bleeding, cleaning, disassembling, general information, hydraulic system safety switch, Installing master cylinder removal, reinstalling master cylinder. No. Let's see if it covers brake lines. Okay.
Other nipples, if you say the return line will be find hooked up to the drain of the tank, that will keep me from drilling in the tank. Yeah. You got a couple more subscribers, both your channels. Thank you. That'd be cool, Danny. Do video of port matching and take ahead, blah, blah, blah.
There is no mention of brake lines.
Yes. Replacement, because they would just replace them. Well, no, back then they were men. They'd actually make their own brake lines, and they wouldn't just order them.
Right, but like if you were to replace them and make your own, would you be looping them?
Well, you should be. I mean, you don't have to, but
Also, there's parking brakes.
yeah.
A lot of parking brakes.
Mm-hmm.
Rebuilding a booster. Wow, lots of rebuilding a booster.
Zero says if you ever had to change out a dual master cylinder, the small bit of spring in the hard lines are a blessing. When you install the new casting, rebuilt one, nothing is the same as back then. All right.
Wow, there's a lot of really useful information in here.
Yeah. Well, it's a Chrysler manual. So.
I'm still looking, guys.
He's still looking. He's off on a tangent.
Nope. There is zero mention of brake lines. Zero mention of hard lines in the 1967 Plymouth Service Manual.
Nothing about micro movements and the looping and the resonance of anti-gravity.
Nothing.
Okay.
Or the 13th month.
This has got to be something new.
What's that?
This 13th month thing. I think we need to.
I'll research it.
We need to follow up on this.
All right.
I think it's very important.
What was the 13?
Cold War Motors is
right there. There is no universally named 13 months, but in historical or proposed 13-month calendars, it has been called undecember or undecember, Sol, Liberty, or Vern, depending on the specific calendar system. I want a month called Sol.
Sol.
Yeah.
Sol.
We need a month called Sol.
Yeah.
And that month we would eat pastrami and knishes. That would be awesome.
That would be pretty cool.
Yeah, tell me about it.
Nothing but pasta and.
No, Sol. It's got to be all delicatessen stuff.
Yeah,
everything's got to be kosher for
Yeah.
Sol. That would be a tasty friggin' month.
It would.
Buddy Carfano, what year did dual master cylinder become standard? 1967 is the year that the feds mandated it. Some had it before.
Yeah.
Barrows is in the house. Haven't seen him in a while.
Mr. Barrows, what's going on, buddy? See, and Ron wants a month called Ron. I'm with him. I wanted a month called Art. So maybe we need 14 months.
Why not? Why not? Let me see here.
It's struck him down to 25 days.
Let's whip out the calculator. Right?
365 divided by
365
divided by 14.
divided by 14 equals. Should have 26.7 days
Yeah, so
in each month.
27 days.
That's not bad.
No.
So if we were at the 14th month, I would get paid.
Yes. See?
Yes.
2 more times.
We need a 14th month.
Yeah, so we get paid. We get 2 more paychecks from the Google guys.
Well, yeah. Okay, well, there you go. That's a perfect example of it right there. Okay? I get paid every 28 days. How does that work?
Well, they usually come on the 21st.
Yeah. But it's every 28 days.
Is it?
Yes.
Okay. No.
Always paid on the 21st.
Right.
And YouTube cycles it or counts it, you're getting paid for
the past 30 days.
No.
That's 28, isn't it?
28.
Oh, it is 28.
It is 28. You get paid for 28 days on the 21st.
Oh, we're getting screwed.
It means that I get 13 paychecks a year.
But you don't.
You're right.
They pay you for 28 days of your past performance.
They've robbed me.
They're robbing everyone out of a whole month of pay.
Oh, wait.
It's a banking thing, I think. We see now we started something.
Dude, no lie.
Yes, we're getting screwed.
You get paid every 28 days.
You get paid for 28 days of video performance.
On the 21st of every month.
Right, but the 21st is every 30 days.
Oh, I'm getting screwed.
Yeah.
This is my 8th year.
And a leap year, you're getting screwed for another whole day.
I got to really do the math on this because this is my 8th year of doing YouTube. It starts this month.
Right. So you got screwed out of 8 paychecks.
Eight paychecks.
That's
almost a year's worth of work.
Yeah. In an entire year of cash.
I got to do the math on this.
The Aztec year of 365 days was also similar to the year of the Maya, though probably not synchronized with it.
Oh, wait.
It had 18 named months of 20 days each. An additional 5 days called
So Scott's saying you get paid on the 21st regardless of how many days have passed.
Right.
Okay, but it tells you so everything is. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, he's right. He's right. Because what it'll do is give you the performance of the last 28 days.
Mm-hmm.
But you get paid for the whole month.
Do you?
I don't know. Yeah, I mean, he's a smart guy. I'm going to yield to him. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, the analytics show the past 28 days.
Yes. Why?
So the analytics aren't showing me
your past month's performance because there's no month that has 28 days.
I got to figure this one out. I'll figure it out.
This is going to keep you up, isn't it?
It is. I'm going to go home and figure it out as soon as I go home. Let's see. Overall, automotive 20, we all get screwed.
Yeah. Well, I suppose Ron, yes. February is 28 days. The only legitimate month is February.
That's right. Like only they screw it up every 4th year.
Right. Because they got to give you a little.
See if those numbers match up. Yeah, I will. I'll do it when I go.
Mm-hmm.
You got demonetized again? What did they demonetize you for? How could anybody demonetize him?
Especially after he shaved his beard. He's,
I got demonetized on a video last month.
You weren't really demonetized. You just weren't monetized.
It wasn't monetized. Yeah, I actually had to relaunch the video. It got like 40,000 views and like zero ads.
$0.
I had 0 CPM. I'm like, what the hell happened here?
Well, I know I was setting up my Monday Night Live for next Monday to start them again. And usually you set it up because I do it in StreamYard, set it up and you go back to YouTube and hit monetization. I'm like, oh yeah, that's right. They're not going to pay me again for a while.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah.
I had to change one word in the title
and
then
fun.
Relaunch it. And then it went and I got paid for it, but it didn't get any views because it got all the views back when it wasn't monetized.
Livenstein says, don't hit the like button until I whine about it. Because we only got 90 likes.
We're going to whine. Oh, that's it. That's all we got.
Yeah.
That's That's a terrible noise, man. Oof.
There, happy? Hit the button. Thank you.
Zero saying the old-timey Aztec calendar is only off by 6 hours spread over the 365 days. After 4, it's a full extra day. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't the Aztec calendar the one that said we were supposed to get wiped out in 2012?
Yeah. Something like that. But are we here? We may not be here. This may be all the simulation. We're actually wiped out and got to leave here.
There's a whole thing about that. The world ended at,
and some days I buy into it because you're going along and you're like lobster and stuff just happens and you're like, okay, this is weird.
There's a lot of Mandela effect things, which you know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
right.
Mm-hmm. Little glitches in the matrix when stuff happens weird. Yeah,
I don't discount anything, to be perfectly honest with you.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't mean I'm gullible and I believe everything, but I don't discount anything. I think any theory that's put out there that isn't completely,
See, Fun with Car says 2012 the world ended. I think it ended on, the stroke of midnight on, on New Year's Eve 99 to 2000.
And there's a lot of people who swear by this.
Oh yeah, it's everything because everything was really cool up until then. Then the misery started after.
Well, if you think about it, right, nothing's changed in 30 years.
Not really,
right? I mean, it's like society. We used to have trends. We used to have like commonalities, right?
Mm-hmm.
Societal, and that's just you look at anything from let's say 1999 to today, and nothing's changed.
No, everything's
bland,
shape of a blob and beige and nothing's
Oh, the Y-Files. Oh, that's a great show.
Yeah,
that's a great show. I don't watch it often, but when I do, if there are nights I gotta stay with the dog or whatever it happens to be, and I gotta
just keep.
And I'll throw the Wi-Fi on, and they have marathons, Wi-Fi marathons, and you can just you click that on, and it's like
just keep playing.
Yeah. Barth Syverson. If a guy can find an operating A2 Imperial with fuel injection, how rare is that? Oh, those things were pulling them off in '82. I'd say it's extremely rare.
Yeah, it's like some factory oddity because they were so horrible that they pulled them off.
Zero, the Wi-Fi is that the talking fish one. Yeah, that's called the heckle fish. Because he heckles them like a comedian gets heckled. SRP, haven't seen Uncle Kathy for a long time. Just wondering what's up. She's home. She's with me every Sunday night when we do our Sunday Night Live from the house.
She just doesn't like to be on camera. That's all.
Yeah. No, she doesn't.
Yeah,
she hates being on camera, which is crazy because she's beautiful. But she's don't take my picture. The 50-inch music has been the same since 2000. All terrible. Can't tell the difference to any of it. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I know. If you want to find anything that sounds new and good, you have to go back to the 70s and the 80s.
Fun with Cars Mexican Spec. I will send you pictures from what I believe to be an anti-gravity technology from Las Vegas Motor Speedway at Dallas Air Force Base, 25 years ago. Took pictures of. Possible.
I don't discount anything. I don't discount anything.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Why? He's going to send it to Mexican Spec. I want to see it.
Yeah. Hunziber. It cost $20,000 to restore a '69 Volvo, and it would sell for less than 20 grand restored. Should I restore the old Volvo?
You know, it's funny because I have a video in my mind. Okay, I'll spoil a little bit now, right?
Okay.
But I have philosophies having to do with automotive values. Okay.
Is this a chair video?
Might be.
Okay.
I propose, and this is something I've always, like from the time I was a teenager. Okay. No car, regardless of condition, regardless of rarity, is worth more than $300.
Scrap value.
The scrap value of the car.
What's the
Back
metal?
when I was a kid, it was $35. You could bring any car to a junkyard and get $35.
What's the metal worth?
What's the white? Right. What's the scrap value of it? And then what I'm willing to pay above its value is the value of the experience I'll get from that car. You see what I'm saying? You know, would I pay
time and miles and experience
to have this experience? Would I pay $50,000 to have this experience? And same thing with motorcycles.
Yeah.
Every motorcycle is worth $50. You know, but how much am I going to spend for the experience of that particular bike?
Right. How much am I going to spend on this $350 car to make it valuable to me? Yeah.
Right. So, in answer to your Volvo question, will the experience of owning that '69 Volvo,
all pimped out, ready, brand new,
right? Will it make you? Is it worth that experience? Forget about the value of the car. What's the value of the experience you're going to get from that car? And it has great sentimental value, and it gives you the warm fuzzies and all that other stuff. Then absolutely,
get your chicks, 100%. All that kind of stuff.
Yeah, whatever it happens to be. Firefly is saying a balloon is an anti-gravity device. Yes. Okay. Phone with Cars is going to send it to me too. Okay, thank you.
Well, she's half right.
Who's half right?
A balloon is not an anti-gravity device because a balloon is lighter than the air it displaces. It's why it rides. It's like a boat on the water. But that balloon cannot escape the Earth's gravitational pull. It can't just go into space infinitely under its own.
Well, it has to have lighter. It has to be filled with lighter than air.
Right. If you just blow up a balloon,
yes.
You go poof, and it goes down to the floor. You fill it with helium, yeah, it goes up.
Right. And the volume of helium has to be great enough to overcome the mass
of the air around it, not the gravity. It's lighter than the
weight
air.
of the balloon itself. So in other words, like
right.
Helium will have its own rate, but the rate is going to be dictated by the mass of the balloon.
Right, and it still won't escape Earth's gravity completely.
Yeah.
It'll go up until it's lighter to the air, till the air gets thin enough to where the helium is the same weight as the thin air in the upper atmosphere, and therefore never escape gravity.
It stalls. Yeah.
Yeah.
It reaches stall. I love old Volvos. Kathy, we had a 70. Oh, I think it was like a 77 or a 78 240 wagon that Kathy drove for a couple of months. She loved that thing. I even had it painted. It's one of the few cars I actually had professionally painted.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. And I
just a Volvo. Yeah.
Yeah, 4-cylinder, just a regular little 240 with a 4-speed transmission.
With a handshaker and yeah.
Yeah. She loved that thing. SRP spent 18 grand on a Harley and rode with my dad through his retirement. Priceless. Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Who's here on their bike?
There is a bike outside.
Yeah.
Huh. Sorry, somebody just pulled up on a motorcycle. Zero saying my brother's Project Volvo wagon is on the back burner to do. It's alien technology for us. He's Ford on Mopar. I really like the wagon. What year is it? Because Volvo's jumped the shark sometime like the 1980s, where they went from the most simple, beautiful, I love those things, to like sometime around like 1980, middle 80s. They jumped the shark and they just packed all kinds of technology and all kinds of shit into those cars that made them miserably unreliable and a bitch to work on. Who is it?
It must have been a drone or something.
Oh, those drones again.
Yeah.
Best times you ever spent with your dad. Excellent.
Yeah, and it's worth priceless. Yeah.
You're saying square one boxy ever with dual. Okay, yeah. Danny Boyd, Ma's bro, I guess your uncle, had one of them P1600. They were sweet. It was a sexy car.
But it caught fire in them. Yeah.
I mean, why not?
Yeah. It'd be a Volvo Q.
Josh Holman saying early Volvos are pretty, but then they made them boxy. Yeah, but you know what? Those boxy ones, they're majestic, right? You look at one today, so you see one every once in a while, and they're majestic. They're beautiful, even though they're just a simple box. But that's the beauty of them. They're a simple box, but they're proportioned well. Like K cars were boxes, but they weren't proportioned well. The Volvos, on the other hand, had impeccable proportions. And
yeah, they were done right.
Yeah, they're beautiful. I love box Volvos. Volvos are the official car of yuppiedom back in the 1980s. Well, that's about the point where they jumped the shark and they stopped being those, beautiful, rugged, simple machines.
And they tried to make them something status symbol, and we'll change it. We'll put 4 headlights in it, put a turbo in a wagon, and paint it green. And we're going to build an SUV. And
it just ran in whole different directions.
Yeah,
the Volvos that I'm talking about, their whole thing was safety, right? That was, you didn't drive a Volvo because it was status. You drove a Volvo because it was the safest car in the world, and so that's why you had a lot of family. It was a big family mover back in
family truckster,
the 1970s. Yeah,
mm-hmm. We're being safe. Yeah.
Scott saying he had many boxy Volvos, great cars, but the Saabs were more fun and catastrophically unreliable.
There's a guy up in White House who has a shop. It's called Moose Proof, and that's all he does is Saabs.
Really?
Yeah.
Somebody's got to do it.
Yeah, and he's like, well, I'm always busy, and
somebody's got to do it.
Yeah.
We'll go automotive. Stan Dio is a anti-gravity engineer, and he has vids on here explaining gravity. Well, what's his name? Jet car guy. I can't think of his name.
I don't know.
Bob Lazar.
Oh, yeah.
Bob Lazar. So I trust him because he's a drag racer. I know that sounds crazy. Why would you trust somebody just because they're a drag racer? I can't not trust him because he's a drag racer. Okay, so I believe what he says, and he gives the whole element element 130 something or other.
Element 15.
Yeah.
115. Yeah.
Right. So yeah, evidently he's been in their back engineering flying saucers and anti-gravity things. And he explained how the anti-gravity works, but it was over my head. He didn't explain it to me. He explained it on a video. I've never met him. But yeah, he explained how these things create their own gravitational field that offsets their. Welcome, Greasy Garage.
Greasy.
1970 Volvo 145 wagon. Hang on, here we go.
All right.
I've been hitting the reference material a lot tonight.
Yeah, you're studious
One
student of
1970
studying. 1970 Volvo wagon, the 145.
Yes, that's the one. Oh, it's badass. Hang on. Auto rotate.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. There you go. Zero. That's badass. No, I'm serious. I love that. What color is it, man? Yeah, that's the Volvo, like the box Volvo before it became formally creased everywhere. And this still has some curve to it. Yeah, that's badass. I love that.
And you know what? It's almost time to go home.
It is. You want to wrap it up?
Yeah.
Okay, let's do that. I did gang signs.
Some repping. Yeah.
All right, guys. We're going to pull a plug. I've been going since 6 o'clock this morning. I'm tired.
The mods.
Wait, before I even say anything about the mods, we had a couple of friends here. We had Dan Solis was in here.
Cold War Motors.
His channel, right?
Yeah.
Daniel Solis. Go over there, check him out. We did a live together last week. It was a lot of fun. We're going to get together.
Go back and watch that. It's fun. Yeah.
Yeah, there was a whole bunch. He had to smoke a eunuch. It was great. Cold War Motors. He shaved his freaking beard, man. I the last time we were doing a live, I was admiring your freaking beard, and then literally just now, I haven't been keeping up with the calendar. He flips over the calendar, and there's you on the freaking tractor, and your beard is glorious. It's just, and I said, man, his beard is glorious.
And then 2 seconds later,
oh, he shaved it off. But Cold War Motors, go over there as ground zero for automotive cool. And who else? There might have been somebody else in here, but I forgot who you were. So our incredible mods, Zero Mexican Spec, Fubar. Thank you guys. Thank you.
Super chat people.
Everybody contributors. How did I make it through the day?
I don't know.
I don't know. I honestly don't. All right. Everybody contributed super chat. Thank you so much. Greatly appreciated. Never expected. Always appreciated. Everybody contributed with your presence and your conversation. Thank you equally for the most valuable asset you have, your time. And the thumbs up that you like. Nobody with thumbs up. Nobody likes us. Not only don't we get an audience, but they don't like us enough to actually hit the thumbs up button.
Even on their way out. I mean, come on.
All right. And that's it, right?
That's it.
Be nice to each other. Good night, everybody.
Yeah.